Yo, what the fuck is going on, Gromies? Hope y'all are doing well, growing well. Now, Gromies, y'all see the tent. Welcome back to episode 12 of the Soil vs. Hydro with HGZ. And damn, Gromies, somehow we are already on episode 12, taking some time to look back on this grow as it's been going for a few months now. We can see that these plants have really gone on a journey of life. And now we're in the final weeks of flower. At this point, obviously the plants are not ready to be harvested, but we can really see how they grew. And today we have something special to use, a 1000 times zoom USB microscope, so that way we can get an insanely close view of the plant's development. Our first plant that we're going to be looking at is the orange juice creamsicle candy plant called OJ Creamsicle, which is the grower's mindset, lamb's bread cut. Now you guys know how much I've been hyping this strain up, and that's because it really does smell like orange juice and creamsicle ice cream with no cookies in the lineage. This plant is a unique hybrid sativa from the Bob Marley times, so I believe that this plant has some great genetic diversity and resilience instead of like all the inbred cookies. Anyways, from afar, she is gorgeous. Besides the amazing smell, trichome coverage across the fan leaves, and perfect bouquet stacking flowers, this plant continues to impress me with an increasing amount of anthocyanin production. Hopefully at the end of flower, this plant might even end up looking like a blood orange, but we'll have to see. And talking about seeing, let's finally check out these trichomes. Looking at OJ Creamsicle up close, we can see that the plant is pretty damn close to harvest, showing a lot of cloudy trichomes. Obviously the trichomes aren't completely cloudy, but this is when many corporations call it to get more harvest faster. However, this is my grow, and I want my flowers to properly mature and don't care about selling immature hash. So I'm gonna let this plant go for maybe 2 more weeks so we can see how she fades and really bring on that last special color that could be missed from an early pull. Anyways, looking at another plant with great color production, it's one of the tropicanna cookies. This tropicanna cookie is showing beautiful dark purple and red hues across its flowers. And looking at the trichomes, this plant actually looks ready for harvest, but I'm going to keep it going since I need to harvest all the plants at the same time. And also this plant isn't really too special, so I don't mind letting it go a little bit longer. Honestly, when I first got tropicanna cookies, I really wanted a pure red pheno, like Trop Cherry. I have been dying for a cut of Trop Cherry, but wanted to take the gamble to see if I could get lucky. And I definitely did not get lucky with these Trop cookies. However, I did win a giveaway from Green Magic Gardening, and he told me that I'll get some reverse genetics, which also has some Trop Cherry crosses. So hopefully I get one of those.
Eat, guys. Alright, pick another winner. Here we go. Grower's Mindset, another good buddy. That's awesome, man.
But anyways, our next Tropicanna cookies is looking pretty nice. This plant has some interesting looking buds and is also throwing out some late pistils. Not really my favorite plant, but it does have that Tropicanna cookie GMO scent to it, which is pretty damn offensive, not gonna lie. The trichomes of this plant are cloudy, with some clears here and there, so it definitely needs a little bit more time to mature. And lastly, the underdog of the bunch, with the biggest and fattest buds, is dawg. Now when growing white label genetics, technically we have no idea what the strain is, or even if it's the same strain that the company says it is. But dawg came out pretty damn fire, with the buds completely stacked top to bottom. Now I didn't get the best clip, but we can see that dawg is further behind in trichome production, and we'll probably need about 2 more weeks before we can make a final harvest decision. Anyways, this was the soil portion of Soil vs. Hydro, and now it's time for HGZ to show us the Tropicanna cookies in Hydro. Be sure to go check out HGZ and his growing videos, which he spends a lot of time and energy making these mini movies.
Hey Gromies, HGZ here, and welcome back to the Grower's Mindset HGZ Grow Along. These are the 2 plants here. These are the Tropicanna cookies. Each one is growing hydroponically. One of them is growing in a 5-gallon DWC bucket. And the other one here to the right is growing in a Rockwell cube, a 4-inch cube on top of a 6-inch cube, sitting inside that 2-gallon bucket surrounded by lava rock, just to hold it steady so it doesn't tip over. And that one is doing really good. But let's start off here with the one that's not doing so good. And this is the one I've had issues with from seedling, literally. But this is the one that took the shot over the holidays. Its bucket went dry. And not dry, it went acid on me for not changing it. And you know, I paid the price for it. You know, I've been down this road before and I should have known better, but you know, you always say, oh, maybe I'd get by. You won't get by doing hydro, bro. You got one shot at it, that's it. But hey, it's still moving along. Here's my top nug right there. She's pretty big. She's growing right up into the light. 600 watt HPS. That's the one we had to snap back. This plant is absolutely mammoth. It's over 4 feet wide now. It's about 4 feet 4 inches wide, and she's about 5 feet tall. And she really blew up on me unexpectedly. I never expected this plant to do this before. But let me just show you how they're looking. This one's about 2 weeks behind. That's the top nug there. She's kind of tilting over. Get a side view. She's developing frost, and I couldn't ask, you know, any much more considering what she's been through. She's very nutrient sensitive and just sensitive in general. And I wish I knew that beforehand. Otherwise, things would have been looking a lot different, other than my screw up of letting the bucket go acid on me. But you know, it happens. Gets on that horrible leaves. Looks like a spotted leopard disease. And you know, like I said earlier, the damage is permanent, and it just dies a slow death after that. The leaves that were affected, in this case, I would say like 70% of the leaves were affected. And it's really strange how none of the bottom leaves were literally affected at all. And that's telling me probably it's because it's all the newer growth when it went acid on me. So anyway, we got the good news to the right. Over here, pheno number 1. It's looking really good. Nugs are looking good. She's starting to put on that fade now, the bananas. She's got a couple of banana leaves in there, and that's why I love leaving on those big fan leaves, because that's your first indicator that a plant is, you know, is ripening up. And then the next leaves that would turn yellow are these secondary ones here. So when they turn yellow, it's almost ready to go. But we got about another 2 weeks. And I really can't wait for this grow to finish. These two plants are just eating up my whole grow room. But she's packing on some frost. Buds are like really medium density. Nothing to write home yet, but they did tighten up a little bit more since our last update. So that's the good news. She's taking on frost, but again, the buds are a little on the airy side. If you notice, we got some foxtailing happening. Same thing here, a little foxtailing. But I figure she's got another 2 weeks left, if that. So I'll be really, you know, anxious to taste. I'm dying to taste this smoke. Anyway, that's it with these girls. Hope you guys enjoyed that quick vid. And let me give the show back to MJ. Alrighty, I'm HGZ, and I'm out of here.
Anyways, Growmies, as always, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment. If you haven't seen my other grow/smoke reports, check them out. Keep it up out there, Growmies, and stay motivated in this beautiful medicinal hobby. #GrowMeGang.